of the best chefs in Britain are on the hunt for their perfect partner. Because for the first time ever, amateur home cooks will be paired with the best in the business for the cooking experience of a lifetime. Each day, a different Michelin-starred chef will choose their perfect partner from 4 talented home cooks.
So just put it in the pan and fry it?
Yeah. Then, in the Friday final, all 4 pairs will go head-to-head to cook for culinary royalty Pierre Koffmann.
What I look for a perfect dish is to keep it simple and tasty.
For the chefs, their professional pride is at stake. Bring in the home cooks! For the home cooks, it will be the ultimate test.
She's stirring the mousse. Why would you do that?
But who will win? This is Yes Chef. Welcome to Yes Chef. Let's meet today's 4 home cooks. First, it's Matt Agas. He's from Cheshire and runs his own frozen yoghurt business.
Kind of cook I am, flamboyant, out there, risky. I'm gonna plate it like last second. I want to be there Friday. I want to be with that Michelin-starred chef. I'll just give it everything, even if it means nicking someone else's ingredients.
Next is Kim McChrystal, a catering assistant from Kilmarnock.
I'm a messy cook. I'm an enthusiastic cook, but I love cooking. I'm best at soup, a big bowl of granny soups that you get in my kitchen. I wouldn't like to win because I know I'm going to win.
Joe Bailey runs a theatre school in Stoke-on-Trent.
Like to be clean when I'm working, but really creative, throw lots of things in, don't necessarily have a plan, kind of refine it as I'm going.
And finally, Debbie Smith is a pharmaceutical sales rep from Wakefield.
I really do like to get my ideas from different places. I love doing just cooking where it's just rustic and it just tastes really good. The look of the food is not my strength.
So we have our 4 home cooks. All we need now is our chef. It's Galton Blackiston. Galton Blackiston is owner and chef patron of Morstan Hall in Norfolk.
We got this sirloin on this weekend.
He's a huge champion of local produce, which he uses to create classical dishes of the highest quality.
Presentation has to look good, but it's what it tastes like is the most important thing.
Aged just 17, he set up his own market stall, Galton's Goodies, serving cakes and biscuits. A career in the kitchen followed, which saw him travel the globe before returning to his beloved Norfolk.
I'm quite a calm character in the kitchen, but when it's time to be serious, I'm deadly serious.
He's held a Michelin star for an incredible 17 years and is no stranger when it comes to competition. He knows exactly what it takes to stay at the top of the game.
I want to choose somebody who's got that competitive spirit about them, otherwise what's the point? I'm going to smash it.
Welcome, Galton. It's so good to have you here.
Yeah, I'm delighted to be here.
So today is about you finding your perfect partner for the Friday final, where you'll be going head-to-head with 3 of your other peers. How do you feel about that?
I'm naturally competitive, so I want to win.
What kind of thing will you be looking for, Galton?
Visually, it needs to look neat. I like seasonal ingredients. I don't like too much going on a plate. I want to be able to taste the individual flavours. I want you to cook confidently, cook well, and enjoy it.
So let's get on with it. This is round 1. It's dish of the day. Now, 4 home cooks, you're going to prepare 1 dish that you believe will set you apart from the rest. But you have to remember, after this round, guys, one of you will be going home. Whatever you're preparing, make it count.
So are you with me, guys?
Yes, chef!
So our cooks are off. They have just 45 minutes to make their favourite dish for Galton, and it's imperative they impress him, because after this round, 1 person will be leaving the competition. And Matt's feeling confident it's not going to be him.
Well, famous last words, but nothing's going to plan at the minute. I'll tell you at the end.
Hello, Matt.
Hello.
How are we getting on?
Good, good.
Tell me about the dish.
Right, so I got a lovely bit of rump of lamb, with a lovely rosemary and parsley crumb. Got a celeriac cream paired with a rosti and chantilly mushrooms. Pan frying, lovely knob of butter, some pepper. Finish off with the broad beans, and that's my garnish. A nice crispy edge.
Fairly classical cooking going on here.
Yeah. I mean, it does.
Like?
I don't mind that. I don't mind
It pushes me to the 45, trust me.
So you've got a celeriac puree going on there, yeah? Little tip, because obviously you cut that into fairly large chunks.
Yeah.
Much smaller, much finer, will make it cook quicker.
Right.
Give you a bit more time. It's a simple thing.
Yeah.
But that will take twice as long to cook than as
Yeah.
if I was going to do it.
Brilliant, great. Thanks
Time
for the
is
tip.
money,
I
right?
know, yeah.
Hi, Kim.
Hello. This one interests me. 'Cause there's a lot going on here.
Yep.
And I'm interested to see how you're going to bring this one together. So you're obviously using the chicken thighs.
Yep, much better flavour.
Tell me your dish first.
This is called African chicken.
Yeah.
It's kind of sweet and spicy at the same time. I've got ginger, garlic, I've got spices, tomatoes, apricots, jam. It'll all work out. It'll be delicious.
Obviously, these are going to take longest to cook.
Yep.
And ideally, would you marinate them for longer?
Overnight.
Yeah.
I'd like to do it overnight, get
Yeah.
the flavour in, infuse it. But it'll still be just as good.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes, just make sure you cook the chicken thighs. Ah, what have you got going on in there?
Spicy rice.
Spicy rice.
Yep.
I love your Scottish accent. I mean, there looked a lot going on, but actually...
It's quite a simple dish,
There
no?
isn't. No, so I can see how this really appeals at home.
Yeah. And are you pushed for time? Are you like...
Plenty of time.
I can't offer you any words of wisdom here. You're all organised. Move on.
Yes, let's move on. Good luck. Hi, Joe.
Hello.
Hello, my man.
You all right?
What are you doing today?
I'm going to do it's kind of a baked dish. So it's going to be salmon with the skin on, which I'll season, and then it'll kind of be grill baked.
Interesting.
So it will crisp up the skin with shell-on tiger prawns, and that's marinated in garlic, chili, lemon, anchovy oil. I'm making a homemade salsa verde, and then that will coat new potatoes, light flavours, but 3 different tastes.
There does seem a lot going on there, Joe. I must admit, that's not detrimental. I'm just saying that you particularly have got a bit to do there. One thing I will say, salmon, I tend to either pan fry it or even cook it very, very low, at a very low, because it's so easy to overcook.
Yes, yeah.
And if you can get a little translucency about that salmon, so much the better.
Brilliant.
So timing should be
forward
great.
to it. Yes.
Crack on, crack on.
Hi, Debbie.
Hello, Debbie. How are you?
I'm all right, thank
Are
you.
you all right? Anyway, tell me, what are you doing today?
I'm making you a herb-crusted rack of lamb, red wine jus reduction,
Cool.
garlic mashed potatoes and spring greens.
Oh,
Some
right, so you've got
lamb,
the
yeah.
is it
Spring
hispy
greens.
cabbage?
Yeah, so I'm going to do that 2 ways. So
Go
I'm
on.
going to wilt the spring cabbage down, and I'm also going to make a crispy topping as well.
Nice.
Hopefully.
Yeah, no, I'm happy with that. And this is obviously a mash, is it?
It is a mash coming, yeah.
Interesting.
But I just
I know
need to
them
get
to-
on with my crust.
Yes,
So should we get out the way?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Get
Oh,
out
I
the
like
way.
it. Again,
In the
very
nicest
traditional.
possible way.
I want to stand here and yap to you.
Yak to me later, go on. Clear up.
Come on, come on.
Right, I'm going. No, you don't. You sound like my wife.
So is there anyone that's caught your eye from the off?
Matthew.
Yeah.
I like his enthusiasm. It's very tidy.
I think he is out to impress.
I'm starting to feel the pressure a little bit. To be honest, it's just down to my lamb.
The biggest thing about cooking a lamb, it mustn't be overcooked and it mustn't be raw.
Yeah.
So that's the skill.
Yeah.
I like Debbie. It'd be interesting to see how that one turns out. And then Joe, well, I'll be amazed if I like that.
Really?
Oh, Joe, because I can't see it work. But everything together, the asparagus, the prawns, the salmon, all in one thing, well, it concerns me. Kim, that could possibly go too far the other way.
Right.
It's so simple.
What you mean is in like the
Chicken and
flavours
rice.
too much?
And then,
That's
yeah.
Okay.
Rice is cooked. Final couple of minutes for the chicken, then I'll be ready to plate up.
The chicken thighs, well, we all know that if you don't cook the chicken thighs, I'm not eating it. No, you can.
I'm not eating it. If you're not eating it, I'm not eating it. So as time ticks on, Joe adds pancetta to his ever-increasing list of ingredients.
It's been in for 14 minutes.
That's very rare. It's very pink in the middle. So if it's like that, that's
Yeah.
medium. If it's like that, that's on the
well
rare
done.
side.
Oh, really?
Guys, you only have 10 minutes left.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
10.
So whilst everyone is racing to get things finished on time, Kim is just adding the final touches to her African chicken. You work quick.
Yeah, it's a quick dish. You don't want to overcook the chicken. You're going to lose the flavour if I keep it on.
Okay. And with all the worry of undercooking the lamb, Debbie has burnt her spring greens to a crisp. But there's no time to do anything about it. 2 minutes to go now. You really need to get the plates out.
But I think we should be all right. I'm going to plate it like last second.
"30 seconds to go, and remember, if it's not on the plate, it can't be judged." Matt, plate out.
Making me more nervous here.
5, 4, 3. Come on, Matt. 2, 1. Step away from your plates. You've done all you can. First to be judged is Matt with his dish of the day. Herb-crusted roast rump of lamb with a potato rosti, creamed celeriac, mushrooms, broad beans, a pancetta crumb and lamb jus. Hi, Matt. Do you want to pour your sauce?
Ladies first.
Oh, bless you.
First things, I will say, your timing was spot on. You got that on that plate with about seconds to go, and I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Push it.
Presentation, very neat, like all this. One major thing, why didn't you slice that rump again, rather than one big old wedge of lamb?
The reason being, because I knew my rosti size, so I wanted it to sit one nice piece in the middle of it.
If you'd have just gone
2 slices
two
across.
slices
Yeah,
across that.
yeah.
Just a need to finish. Apart from that,
Next round.
next round.
Like he's got
very
loads.
joking.
Confidence, I didn't say that.
No, mate.
Nice rosti. Lamb's tender, very tender.
Yeah.
But taste-wise, that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
I could eat that.
Brilliant.
Yeah, good,
Well, if
thank
you'd
you.
like to go back to the waiting
Thank
room.
you. Thanks, chef.
Well done, Matt.
Creep.
Guys.
All
How did
good?
you get on?
All okay?
Ooh, it's tough.
Is it?
Let's have a try, see what you think. Overall, happy. Be happy if I get through to the next round.
Lovely.
Nice, the herb's good, gorgeous.
I want to have a bit more of your meat.
I totally get what you're saying. It should have been sliced, and I think once you said that, I could tell he was slightly disappointed with himself.
Yeah, but his work surface was good, tidy, and he got that piece of meat on the plate
Yeah.
when he should do. It wasn't
Yeah.
there 10 minutes before.
Next to be judged is Kim with her dish of the day. African chicken thighs with ginger, red peppers and apricots, accompanied with a spiced rice.
Wow.
So,
Right.
are you happy with the way it went today?
Yes, really happy. Full of flavours, some...
Should we tuck in?
Go for it. Go for it. So you were finished quite early in...
Yep.
Yeah.
I think with chicken, if you overcook it, you've ruined it.
But these little thighs almost lend themselves to lovely,
Yeah.
slow, long cooking, don't they? But I can see it's cooked. Nice to start. And nice spicy rice. No, I like that kick.
Yeah.
I really do, and it has got a good kick. But I would have browned the chicken. I would have given a lot more sauce. A lot more sauce. I think it's a dish like this needs sauce with
Yeah.
it. But apart from that, with the ingredients that you've got, there's not a lot more you can do with it.
Right.
It's a difficult one to show on a plate on an individual serving.
Yeah. Well, brilliant.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much.
Any feedback from a chef like that is fantastic. I have to work on how it looks, but taste-wise, perfect.
It was quite dry.
Yeah.
Maybe it's nerves sometimes.
That's why I kept
Considering-
trying to say about sauce.
Time for Joe with his dish of the day. Baked fillet of salmon and tiger prawns with asparagus, cherry tomatoes, lemon, chilli and pancetta, served with new potatoes and a fresh mint salad with a balsamic dressing.
There you go.
Lovely. Well, let's tuck in.
Go for it, Sheree. Now then, salmon. You wanted people to eat that, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree of cooking it with the skin on because it keeps it helps keep the salmon moist. Difficult one to get the skin
Yes,
crisp.
yeah.
Yeah, it needs to be a bit crispier. Without
So would
over-
you rather a crispier skin?
I would, yes, because I won't eat that skin. It's a very interesting dish with a lot of flavours going on there.
And by putting it all together, trying to get the flavours across everything.
So would you not have all these components on the plate? What would you
No.
take off?
I think just a nice salad to to go with the salmon, and the prawns would have been nice. The new potatoes with salsa verde. New potato should stand out on its own as a lovely new potato. So I think there's an awful lot going on. Don't get me wrong, it's not fighting with each other too much, but I think there's too much going on the plate.
Thank you very much, Joe.
It's really hard to go in and put your food in front of a Michelin-starred chef and keep a smile on your face and hope for the best. But no, it was good. It was really good to hear the comments.
It was a bit too much on the plate. Oh, I need a
Yeah,
potato,
I've got
I need
this, I've
this.
got
I need
that. Yeah, that's right. It's good. That's a good thing.
But it wasn't
overthinking.
Yeah, and it wasn't cooked bad, was it?
No, it wasn't. No, no.
And finally, it's Debbie with her dish of the day. Of herb-crusted rack of lamb with tarragon and parsley, spring cabbage, garlic mashed potato and a red wine jus.
Hi, Debbie. Lovely. OK, well, let's tuck in.
First impressions, your presentation, first and foremost, is good.
Thank you.
Okay.
Let's hope the taste then.
It's lovely and tender. Your potato isn't lumpy. Lamb's cooked well. Sauce, you could have given more sauce. Cabbage underneath works. Herb crust. What's that on there?
Oh.
What is that?
You're going to confess? You're going to confess?
You were meant to have some crispy spring cabbage
Oh,
on
yes.
the top.
What happened to the crispy spring
It
cabbage?
got very crispy.
Oh, I knew there was something wrong with this dish.
Yes.
She thought she got away with it, actually.
You're a bit like a rough diamond at the moment.
I like diamonds.
There were 3 presentable plates of food there and one which wasn't so presentable.
OK.
To get through and cook with Galton would be an honour. Maybe I can give him a few tips, you never know.
The food the guys have put out today is phenomenal. There's hard competition, but somebody's got to win it.
I think it's really hard to call. I'd really like to think I could get through.
The competition's been really high, so fingers crossed.
So do you think you've made your decision on who you're going to send home?
I have definitely made my decision.
OK, well, let's go and tell them the news.
Yep.
A very big well done to all of you. But unfortunately, only 3 of you can go through to the next round.
You've all done really, really well. But I have come to a decision, and I am gonna send home Kim.
Did you enjoy your
You know,
day?
it was a great day.
Yeah.
A great day.
Oh, well, very well done to you.
Thank you. I'm gutted I'm going home so early, but somebody had to go. I think it was the presentation of the food. It was basically down to who's looked better on the plate.
So that leaves 3 home cooks. They are Matt from Cheshire, Joe from Stoke-on-Trent and Debbie from Wakefield.
Round 2, it's the Chef's Challenge. Now, in this challenge, Galton has devised a skills test to determine which one of our home cooks has what it takes. So, Galton, what are you going to make?
Right, guys. We're gonna do a classic beurre blanc, butter sauce. Okay. It's a simple sauce, but get it wrong, you split it.
Right, let's do it.
2 pans and 2 pans only. It's about 4 tablespoons of white wine, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, white wine vinegar, peppercorns, and a shallot. It's a sauce that you can make in advance, but you can't put it in the fridge and keep it because it splits when you reheat it. And then we get it on a heat.
So what would this sauce go with?
This sauce particularly would go well with fish, so white fish. Having said that, you can break the rules and go with chicken or something like that if you wanted to. So we want to reduce that. You've got to get this reduction right, because if you don't reduce it enough, then it's too vinegary or too citrusy. This is the important bit. You want it almost like a syrup. Now we're getting close. I think you're not far off there. And we'll let it come down to, again, about 1 tablespoon. Then we're going to start whisking in the butter. Start off a little bit at a time. Continuously whisking. You see it starting to emulsify? Doesn't look split, does it?
No.
No. If you do split your beurre blanc, you can bring it back by the addition of a little bit of cream, but that will serve 8 people. You don't have the plate swimming with the sauce.
So it's just like a drizzle.
It's a drizzle. I would suggest that you strain it. And there we are. Now then, the test is that it should coat the back of a spoon.
Wow.
Like so. Like a custard.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'll find that does that quite nicely. So we need to season it just before you're about to serve it. But that is a classic beurre blanc. All right?
Fantastic.
Oh, the lemon is just delicious fish.
That is absolutely gorgeous.
So are we going to do it?
Yes, chef.
So Galton's beurre blanc looks simple enough to make, but only if our cooks can follow his instructions closely. Otherwise, their sauces could split. And for Joe, the shallots are adding extra pressure.
Didn't realise I was going to reduce you to tears at this stage.
I'm really sensitive to onions, really sensitive.
You really are, aren't you?
The home cooks have no notes, so must replicate the recipe from memory alone, and Galton is watching their every move.
I'm just watching the reduction time. That's the focused look.
You think you're taking it all in, you think it's stored there, and then suddenly everything's in front of you, and it's like, ah.
But some are more confident than others.
Don't want to jinx myself, but I got through the first stage of it not splitting, I hope, so hopefully we get a good sauce.
And it's not just the taste Galton's interested in, the consistency of the sauce is also crucial.
How's the whisking going?
It's hard work. I think this is the reason why you don't make this one at home very often.
I can see your hand shaking.
I know.
Well, just take a deep breath. You'll be fine.
I know, remember to breathe.
Fine.
It's not reducing to the amount that Galton had it.
Oh.
Right. I'm happy with my thickness. Just got to season it up.
Yeah.
It's all in the taste.
Yes, it is.
Can't get away
It is
with
all in the
it
taste.
looking pretty, can you, this one?
So Matt's the first to strain his sauce, closely followed by a rather shaky Joe, and finally a hesitant Debbie.
2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes to go.
Ooh, I'm slopping.
Right, that's it, guys. Step away from your dishes. You've done all you can. You go first. You're the master.
Right, this is Matt. All looks great. Just a slight touch of under-seasoning. 2. Joe, it's a good end result. A little bit too much vinegar. Okay. A little bit. Debbie, slightly under-seasoned. Oh. I like this one. There's not a lot between these two at all. I'm going to choose this one. Your beurre blanc was superb, Joe, but your main course, it was just based on that purely as fractions.
Joe, you've done so well, and you should be very proud of yourself.
Thank you so much.
It's so close, but it's a competition and it always comes down to that. I'm really proud of myself, but obviously disappointed because, I'm not to go through to the next round.
So that leaves 2 cooks. They are Matt, who owns his own frozen yoghurt company, and Debbie, who's a pharmaceutical sales rep.
OK, so it's time for our third and final round, the Chef's Special. Now, our 2 finalists will be given a set of ingredients to one of Galton's signature dishes. So the challenge is, guys, is to see what you 2 can make from the exact same ingredients. You'll get to see what Galton makes later on. So for you at home, let's reveal today's ingredients.
Galton has chosen loin of Texel lamb, parsley, some stock, butternut squash, white wine, a potato, capers, fennel seeds, artichoke, cherry tomatoes, butter, garlic, mint, balsamic vinegar, chives, and brown sugar.
So I want you guys to give me confident, uncomplicated cooking with a smile on your face. Are you ready for this?
Yes, Chef.
Go for it.
Get cooking.
What are you thinking, Matt?
I'll be telling.
Sugar, balsamic. Right. What am I thinking?
I have to say, at this point, I should leave you with your thoughts, guys.
Yeah. OK.
So the cooks are off, and this is the first time they've seen these ingredients. Whilst Debbie tries to sniff hers out, Matt makes a start on his veg.
Hi, Matt. Hello. How are we getting on?
I'm going to do a butternut and potato galette, and I have to try and get some sort of gravy just with a basic stock. I'm probably not going to use the fennel or capers. Just don't really see it going with that type of meat. Take the artichoke down and puree it.
And how are you feeling, like, nerve-wise?
Nerves, yeah, I think not too bad. It's just getting it all together.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Hi, Debbie.
Hello there.
How are we getting on?
We'll see. I have something in my head.
OK.
But we'll just see how it turns out, I think.
Did you manage to identify all the ingredients?
I did identify all the ingredients, but I've never cooked with an artichoke before, so that's a bit of an experiment straight off the bat. I'm going to do some butternut squash, puree and roast potatoes. I'm just going to take a piece of that off. I'm going to pan fry it and just finish it off in the oven. Maybe put some of the fennel seeds around it and then just serve it medium, medium rare.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll let you get on.
OK.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Debbie's playing it safe, but if we're looking for a little bit of innovation, then it's Matt just edging ahead at the moment. I would like them to use a few more ingredients. There's a lot which have been discarded, but I'm pleased that they're using the artichoke.
It's a lot of effort, this artichoke. You're only going to get a tiny little bit out of it as well.
I know.
Do they both know that they're cooking lamb out there?
I don't know.
Because they haven't mentioned it, have they? Is one sort of didn't want to say, in case the other one didn't know. It's all going to come down to how that meat is cooked. You know, it's a piece of meat which can very easily be overcooked and very easily be undercooked.
Yeah.
And I want it medium rare.
So just when they were getting secret praise for using the artichoke, Debbie decides to discard hers.
Just a quick question. Do you know what that meat is?
Lamb.
Just checking.
It's a big piece there.
Where are we at? Have you changed your mind on anything, or are you still sticking? Oh, have you?
I've taken the artichoke out of the mixture.
Oh no! Is that because you're not sure what to do with it?
I'm not sure what to do with it, and I
fair
just
enough.
thought the amount of time that I'm going to spend on it.
Just stick to what you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what this is?
Well, I think that's beef stock, so I was going with beef.
Okay. I'm sure we'll find out soon enough.
I don't want to taste it.
Matt has said he thinks it's lamb, and Debbie said beef.
Oh, I would have thought you might have just taken a little sliver off and pan-fried it just to taste it and just to make sure that...
If you're really unsure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's
Bless
also
her.
discarded the artichoke.
Oh, that's the one thing I wanted them to do. That's disappointing. That artichoke was almost as important as the lamb. She cooked it. She's cooked it.
Yeah.
So just put it in the pan and fry it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just do something.
Easy for a Michelin-starred chef to say, but using unfamiliar ingredients is knocking Debbie's confidence.
I think I've just got myself into a flap. Every time you think of something, you think, well, I'll put that with it. It's not there. So I think just being very constrained, I'm finding it really tough. And then you start doubting yourself.
And for Debbie, it goes from bad to worse.
I just cut myself. This isn't going well for me.
How's it going?
Where are we
I'm
at?
feeling a bit better. I'm happy with my meat, I'm happy with my sauce, and I have roast potatoes in, so it's okay.
And is your finger okay?
That's fine. Absolutely fine.
Just adds to the drama.
Exactly.
And she's still smiling.
Absolutely. That's what... Can't ask for anything more, can you?
Exactly.
It's a plate of food, isn't it?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly. So don't stress out.
But that's me. I go down and then I come back up.
Good on you. Good on you.
Right.
Meanwhile, Matt's staying focused.
I had a sneaky look what Debbie's doing. But I've got to keep to my own game. Don't want to change my plan now.
Right, guys, you have 2 minutes, so start plating up. Literally 1 more minute. That's it, time is up. Step away from your plates. So our cooks have done all they can. Now it's time to taste.
First, it's Matt. He's made roasted lamb with butternut squash and a potato galette, artichoke puree and butternut squash crisps.
Ooh, lovely. Are you happy with the way it went?
Yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy. Just hope it tastes good for you.
OK, well, let's have a go.
Go for it. I think you've done the work really well.
Thank you.
I'm going to say that. Good seasoning on the lamb. You're a big effort with the artichoke. Definitely works. It's a shame you didn't have a little bit more, but
yeah.
Overall, you can be very happy with that.
Thank you.
That's good.
I would say.
Well done, well
Thank you.
done.
I mean, Galton's reaction is, like, amazing. I mean, Michelin-starred chef, so happy.
He is very confident.
Yeah, you've got to have confidence when you're cooking.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Debbie would worry me at the moment. If she starts panicking, then I'll start panicking, then it'll be a kitchen nightmare.
Next into the tasting room is Debbie. She's made roasted lamb basted in butter and fennel seeds with a capers sauce, accompanied with butternut squash and parsley and roast potatoes.
Here we go.
Brilliant.
Wow.
How did you find it?
Well, once I figured out it wasn't beef and it was lamb.
When did you?
That's good
When
and
did you
honest,
discover that?
I think after I started searing it in the pan and the aromas that were coming
Okay.
off, I kind of figured out, oh, it's not what I thought it was. But we have some food.
Yes, we do.
And a
You should be
nice
proud
plate
of
of
yourself.
food.
Yes.
Go for it.
Okay.
That's tasty. Tasty.
Really tasty.
Wow.
It is.
Really?
It is tasty. Yeah, it's a good effort. A really good effort. It's simple. One big thing for me, Debbie, you took the trouble to peel that artichoke. I would have liked you to have served it.
I know,
I know you weren't confident about it, but that would have really, really been impressive for me. But what you have put on a plate is very, very tasty.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Thank
Really
you.
Well done.
Wow, that was tough. Really, really tough. And it was a whole roller coaster of emotions, but I'm really pleased with the plate of food that I've delivered.
So, with the final challenge complete, it's just left for Galton to decide between our 2 final home cooks.
It was a completely different taste.
Yes, it was. It was.
Even though it's like some of the same ingredients, it's completely different.
I am disappointed about the artichoke. I know I keep going on about it. But what she has presented there is a very serviceable plate of food with no frills or spills. Debbie, through most of that exercise, was a little bit flustered.
Yeah.
And I don't think it probably helped with Matt being, whoa,
Yeah.
confident.
Yeah. Yeah.
But before Galton announces the winner, it's time to reveal what he makes with those ingredients.
Over to you, chef.
Right, to start off with, fennel and parsley butter. Just put this into a dry frying pan. Whilst I'm waiting for that to come up, I'll just take the amount of lamb that I think I need. So obviously this is the loin of lamb, completely trimmed of any fat. Chop a few chives. Nothing too clever with this because it's all going into a food processor. As I get older, you see, these pieces of equipment I find much more use. You can smell that fennel, can't you?
Good.
That's all it needs. You can smell it, perfect. Into here. Then chives, go into there. Capers, go into there. Parsley, lots of. And copious amounts of butter. Let's go.
Why didn't I think of that?
You did do a butter.
And the capers threw you both, didn't Well,
You
not
use
so much
capsicum,
you.
yeah.
I
Debbie,
did use the capers, but I'm really interested in doing it this way. I think we're both just worried this is the next challenge.
Now the pressure's on me. Perfect. We do quite a lot of these butters at work. So I take a rolling pin and roll it fairly thinly, about the length of your piece of lamb.
You use these butters on lots of different meats. And...
Sometimes fish. This would work quite nicely with fish, actually. So that will now go into a freezer. Now, the artichoke. Both of you did everything right. As far as I saw, it's a time-consuming job for what you get. When you are cooking these, do it in this acidic water. So that's lemon juice.
Why is that?
Because they brown and discolour very, very quickly.
Okay.
You can see it's starting to go brown on me already. So what I tend to do is just brush it, put a little bit of lemon juice on it now, and then straight into acidic water. It'd probably take about 10 minutes to cook that. Then you take the middle choke of it out, and you have a nice little artichoke, like so. All right? Thanks, thank you. Once you've cooked the artichoke, and you're happy that it's cooked, I've then blitzed it and made a very fine puree.
Was that passed? Did you have to pass it through?
Yeah. Everything I do gets passed through a sieve. Now, this is a lamb jus with a touch of white wine. Okay?
Okay.
You can see a nice glaze on there. Okay, I tend to add it just at the final throes of things, just to have a little bit of the taste of the white wine jus. Okay? Now, butternut squash. Good efforts from both of you with your butternut squash. About ½ an inch in thickness. Take this and let's get one of those. Like so. Okay. What do I talk about now? Mint. Both of you didn't use your mint.
No, we didn't use the mint.
I forgot the herbs in front of me.
Yeah, I know. Your mind's befuddled by everything that goes on. So I put a little bit of mint in the jus to start off with as well. The rest of it, I've made into something very chefy.
Oh, wow.
This is made with white wine vinegar, lots of mint, a little bit of sugar, and then I swirl it round rapeseed oil in a little squeezy bottle and produce these little pearls of mint jelly.
Wow.
And they're very minty. OK, so when that butter melts, we then put the butternut squash in. I'm looking for this to give a colour on it. I could do with a little bit of water, so once I've got a colour, to then cook the butternut squash, all right? Mm-hmm. What I did with my potato, cooked it, salted water, and then put it in the freezer. So,
Why do you put it in the freezer?
because moisture is then absorbed in the potato, and then when we then fry it from frozen,
Okay.
and you'll get a very crisp, light, fluffy potato.
What's your favourite food to eat?
To be fair, because where we live is right on the coast, so we have an abundance of brilliant fish. I suppose, I don't think you can beat a chroma crab myself.
Didn't you start off when you were younger? You had your own little stall and made...
Exactly right, because I've not been formally trained. I never went to college, so I'm not academic. So my mum said, "Oh, you can cook." And every Thursday I'd take all my gear over to Rhine Market, having baked it all the week before. So I got a sort of trestle table twice the size of this full of cakes, biscuits, scones, you name it.
Wow.
And that's how I started. Let's get the lamb sealed off. There's no problem with sealing the lamb off nice and early.
I think sometimes it's not being scared of it, isn't it?
Absolutely. Don't be frightened of what you're doing. So that's the lamb. This is now going into a 200 oven. I'll give it 5 minutes to start off with. Thank you so much.
You've had your Michelin star for quite a few years now, haven't
Yeah.
you? Since, is it 1999?
1999.
Wow.
And it was a massive surprise because we do what's called a tasting menu, a set menu, for want of a word, and we change it every night of the week. I didn't think you could get a Michelin star doing that style, but obviously, yes. So I'm very proud of it. So that sits on top. Now under a hot grill, we'll let it melt over it. Right, these are going back in. That can get a colour. Artichoke puree. I love this. This is my favourite puree. It's not everybody's cup of tea, I will say that. But once you have it together with everything, you'll see what I mean.
It's that attention to detail, isn't it? Wow.
So there you go. So it's melted onto the lamb like so. Big test.
Looks perfect.
Wow.
See, I don't go too thick. Lamb jus. Don't go mad. Mint chilli. And that's not a bad plate of food, I don't think.
Right, well, I think we deserve a taste, don't you?
Definitely.
Wow.
So good.
Your mouth is floating around there.
That is absolutely
That is so nice.
delicious. So, Galton, it's crunch time. You've got to make a decision now on who you're going to take through to the Friday final. But before you do, we are going to have a quick recap on what our cooks made.
Although well cooked, Matt's lamb suffered presentation problems in round 1. He slightly under-seasoned his beurre blanc in the second, but impressed Galton with his extensive use of ingredients in the final round.
I want to win this so bad, and one more step closer to Friday, and fingers crossed I get there.
Meanwhile, Debbie impressed Galton with her presentation in the first round, breezed through the second with her beurre blanc,
I like this one.
but disappointed Galton with her lack of ingredients in round 3.
She cooked it, so just put it in the pan and fry it.
Yeah.
I really do want to win, but I have to say, if I go out at this stage, then I'm absolutely thrilled with what I've done so far.
So, Chef, it's time to reveal your winner. Who are you going to take with you to the Friday final?
You've both done amazingly well. After the first challenge, Debbie, you were ahead. I thought your rack of lamb was spot on. Coming into the third dish, my opinion was completely swayed on the fact that the artichoke was used. There's a bit of innovation there with the squash and the potato galette. So my winner is Matt.
Oh, well done.
Get in! Debbie's great. I mean, like, it's a tough competition. I thought she'd sneaked it, actually, in the end.
It was that blooming artichoke. If I'd only used the artichoke.
So, Chef, have you got any final words for your partner?
We're in it to win it, obviously. I'm looking forward to it because I think you've got some talent. You need to win it.
I just feel ecstatic. Like, I'm so happy. Like, I can't wait for Friday.